Okay, ladies and folks, we got ourselves another unboxing video to do so soon. Who would have guessed? Anyway, pretty obvious where this one's from, but let's open it and not waste any time. Feels like the past few videos that I've done on this channel have been a waste of time to some degree. Oh, and it was right side up as I opened the box. How about that? Yep, got me one of these Robot Spirits Gundam GP02A, aka the Physalis, which absolutely nobody calls it that, so I don't know why they even gave it that name. Everyone just calls it the GP02 or the GP02A. The thing that I know a lot of people kind of got on the case for this anime figure for is because in all the promotional images and even on the stock photography on the back, you know, it has a fairly light colored, sandy-ish color overall. But as I'm looking at it in the package, that is extremely dark, which I don't know how accurate that is to actual anime stuff, but I do know that that is kind of your mileage may vary sort of discrepancy regarding the original, regarding the series Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory, of which I own the DVD. Ha 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 ha. Keep trying to sit down and rewatch it and then find myself distracted by other things. Because A, I ordered this, so I might as well go rewatch the series, shouldn't I? And B, I feel like I missed something. I always feel like I'm missing something whenever I look at, like, the lip of the box and there's all this writing here that I can't fucking read. Oh. Oh, wow. That is different. All of the parts for, like, the sabers and effects and whatnot are just in this little cube in this little bag over here rather than in any sort of prearranged space. Yeah, that's different. All the effect parts are just in this little square here. Except for this. Yeah. The dark color scheme, I mean, in a way, it's kinda appropriate. I mean, this is the evil Gundam with the nuclear launcher that goes kablooey and nucleates things. At the same time, though, it doesn't... I don't think that's accurate by any stretch of the imagination. So I don't know what they were thinking when they made it this dark a color. Maybe we'll remove the figure itself. Yeah, GPO2 8M Chunky Boy. Toe spikes move. That's interesting. Does this middle part? It does. There's a long assembly inside the ankle in order to get it to move. Does the foot bends down? It bends a little way up. It doesn't look like it's supposed to. I can see the bending down motion, and then when it gets this far, it kind of looks like it wasn't quite intended. Yeah, still has one of those knee joints that does the thing that the knees do on a lot of robot damashis do these days. But no, oh wait, no, I was going to say no collapsing back panel, but it's this little red spot here that does sort of recess in. What is that? That looks like an adapter port for... But it's already got one of these things on here, so why does it have another one? I don't understand that. What? Okay, that moves. Yeah, I'm just doing a little inspection here of the figure itself, sort of just an assessment of what does move, what doesn't move, why it moves, how does it move, how many... Oh yeah, just... I'm sorry to anyone who thinks, like, the Robot Damashi anime line with these inward moving joints on the torso are cool, but I hate them because these are... The thing is, on pretty much most high-grade gunpla these days, there's always a little joint on the inside of the arm that allows it to swing forward a lot further than anything that this can accomplish. And, well, it does seem like this does have a small degree of that sort of butterfly jointing in there. I wish that all robot Damashis would just go with that butterfly joint and forget this nonsense. It doesn't do what it needs to do as well as a simple outward swinging butterfly joint would. I don't like it. Beam sabers, arms. It's not a full 180 bend. It'll work, I'll say that much. Let me twist the arm like this and then... Okay, I guess that's a case of let's do what the line art does and have the arm bend in that weird way that it really shouldn't be able to, but hey, we're trying to be as accurate to the line art as possible, even if that's kind of dumb. Of course, these things, they move, they wiggle back and forth, and they move up like that, and then they move up like that. Okay, that's good. So, what happens if I do this? Just that. Like, this part on the back doesn't move. I mean, I guess I can't entirely expect all three things to move in tandem, but you did get this much to move in tandem, so... Noggin with its big chin energy. And it can turn all the way around so long as we extend it up like this. And it can look down! It can look down at you! It can look down at you, you microscopic little bean! Be some up and down in the wrist. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going over all the points here. I'm just sort of... This isn't a proper review. I don't even know if I'm going to do a proper review of this yet. I mean, do you guys want me to do a review in the style that I do reviews in for this figure? Post in the comments. Alright, now time for... multi-jointed assembly. It feels like there's something missing here. Like, isn't there a scope? Well, let me look at the instruction. Okay, so... effect parts, beam saber... That, again, that's just for a Tamashi stand. Shield. Move that up. Okay, so apparently the scope just does pull out of there. I can't get the... Oh, wait, there it is. There it goes. But yeah, there's the scope. Detailed on one side, but not on the other. Good detail on there. I especially like this part, like, right in the middle, where it's got this cross-section here. Because that's kind of, I think, where the, you know, when it locks together in the actual Shiri is how that thing would spin around. It'd be nice if they found some way to replicate that on this. And it appears to be effect part compatible. Let me see. Well, I mean, it fits in there, but like anything that I try to mount this stupid effect part on, my question is, will it actually hold? Next up, let's have a look at the shield. Do these parts... No, they don't actually... It's odd. It's that on the MSI figure I have, the tips of these would always collapse in just a little bit. But... Well, granted, on the MSIA one, the shield doesn't open like this. Yeah, the handle is too big to go into that hand, so it probably needs to be one of the other holding hands. And even then, the figure probably can't hold it up straight. because God knows that there's never been a version of the GPO2A that can hold this up straight. It would also hold this at an angle, and that irritates me. I'm always nervous about the little ball joints on the hands of these, on the wrists of these figures, because they always seem just so tight, and God knows that little peg, that tiny little peg that holds it together, could just fucking snap. The potential fragility scares me. Now, can it hold the shield up? Just barely, and it doesn't even have the bazooka part in it, so let's change that and see what happens. Nope, didn't think so. Although, maybe if I turned it this way. That doesn't look like it broke, but at the same time, that's kind of disconcerting that it would just pop out of there. Okay, will it hold it with the handle like that? Kind of. But given that its wrist is at that weird angle, yeah, I hadn't entirely expected it to be able to hold up that shield properly anyway, but one of those candy toy style bag things. Yeah, the main reason I got this figure is for these green beam effect parts, because Lord knows I always like having more effect parts. One pair of booster effects, despite the fact that this thing has 6 boosters on it. One hand holding rack, because of course. One heavy beam effect. 2 normal beam effects, and of course I say normal, considering that they're the new all flared out sort of things, and a bent one. Alright, let me do like a little posing shenanigans, and I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, well, at least it's possible to get this thing posed, somewhat dynamically with the shield, but as it is with almost any given GPO2, as far as I know, getting it to hold that shield is mostly a case of propping up against some other part of its body, like the knee. So it actually does work. Also, I've got a cat friend with me. Doesn't that sound nice? Ezio, you want to say hello to our viewers? Yes, that's the name of our cat. It's Ezio Auditore di Firenze, because we were playing Assassin's Creed 2 series at the time. And this little guy came into our life. And, well, he hasn't been a great assassin in and of his own right. He knows how to surprise us, at the very least. And he's almost killed me a couple of times. Oh, there you go. Anyway, I think that'll do it for this unboxing video. Ezio, you're here to... You want to do anything, add anything to all of this as I close out? Or you just want to have a nice spot where you can sit? Anyway, I am going to do some animations with this figure at some point. But really, the big thing that I wanted were these effect parts in green. Because I like the style of these effect parts, and I kind of wish that there were some Gundam models that came with effect parts in this particular style. Ezio, your back leg is in the way. Alright, come on. Just sit in my lap. And having these sort of effects is always good. Not that the GPO2 isn't nice, but considering what I did in... the first side operation video, I'm struggling to kind of think of a way to include it in the Embers verse, because I've already done everything that I initially wanted to... Wait. retcons incoming. I have thoughts. I've had thoughts. Alright. So. I know what I'm going to do with this thing now. I'm not going to tell you. But you will know soon enough, I think. Oh, but in the meantime, that has been it for this unboxing video, as he has decided to leave us for now. Thank you for watching. As always, there will be links in the description below, the various social media outlets, as well as my coffee page if you want to follow up on that. This is the Devasia Mentality out.